Have you ever wondered why God sent 10 plagues against the Egyptians? What's the mystery? What's the significance? God did send 10 plagues against Egypt. Why? As we talked about yesterday, to make a name for himself and for his children, not only with the Egyptians, but with the entire world. 10 plagues, one for each of the false gods that the Egyptians worshipped, the false gods that they put their trust in. God was sending a message to the Egyptians and to the world today. When God used Moses to turn the water into blood, he was demonstrating to the Egyptians that he was greater than Hapti, their god of the Nile. Second plague, the plague of frogs that overtook the land, was demonstrating to the Egyptians that God was greater than Hecht, their god of the frogs. Third plague of lice that swarmed the banks of the Nile and infected the Egyptian people was a demonstration to them that God was greater than Kheper, their insect god. The fourth plague, the plague of flies that covered the land, was a demonstration to the Egyptians that God was greater than Kheper, their insect god. The fifth plague, when God brought a plague against the cattle and the Egyptians' cattle all died, he was demonstrating to them that he was greater than their bull god, Apis. The sixth plague of boils on the Egyptian people was showing them that he was greater than their god of medicine, Imhotep. The seventh plague, when God brought the plague of hail and fire and destroyed their crops, he was showing them he was greater than Nut, their god of the sky. The eighth plague of locusts that infested Egypt and destroyed their crops showed them again that he was greater than Thermuthis, I hope I'm pronouncing these right, their god of fertility and harvest. The ninth plague of darkness that came on the land and the Egyptian people was a demonstration that he was greater than their chief god of the sun, Ra. And the 10th plague, when God sent the death angel to kill and to destroy the firstborn in the land, he was showing Pharaoh, yes, that he was greater than Pharaoh himself, because Pharaoh considered himself a god, as did the Egyptian people. His son, Pharaoh's son, was considered a god as well. And when God sent the death angel and Pharaoh's firstborn son died, God once again proved that he alone was supreme. You see, Egypt had struck God's firstborn, the children of Israel. Now God would strike Egypt's firstborn. 10 false gods, 10 plagues sent by the true God. 10 times God showed he was more powerful than everything, anything else that they worshiped. Over and over again, God was saying, I alone am God, and there is none beside me. God has a message not only for the world, but for you and me as well. And we're going to explore that deeper tomorrow. Please don't miss it.